Hello there, how are you? My name is Charity Waboi Kavanagh, and I am a life, dating, and love coach to high achieving single women over 40. I help them, give them the tools, um, and mentor them as they start to learn to date or to I just give them the foundational tools for dating, especially those who have not dated in a long time, 2 3 4 5 years. I am the coach who helps them figure out how to get to a place where to get on a path where they can actually meet their person. So that's what I do. In case you are meeting me for the first time, I love to introduce myself because this might be the video you just need to listen to. This might be the video you're browsing on social media and that jumps out at you. It might be your video for 2025. So that's exactly what I do. I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am excited to be here. Very excited to be here. So today I want to bring it short, loaded, and sweet. And I have a question for you. And my question for you is, why are you still single and yet you desire love? Why are you still single and yet you desire love? So there's a number of reasons why you could be single, and I want to talk a little bit about those reasons. I actually have 5 reasons why I think you might be single. But more importantly, I want to propose or give you an idea exactly what after answering the question why, like what it is that you need to be doing, what it is that you need to be learning. So there's always a reason and a season for everything. And perhaps you are, and if you're watching this video, please say hi. I would love I would love to connect and say hi. But one of the reasons that you may possibly still be single is that you still need to heal wounds, right? Heal wounds from your emotional, from the past, emotional baggage, and that is okay. But in on top of, in as much as you might have wounds that you're healing, and I think I did a video about this earlier, late last year. Yes, you may have emotional baggage and you may have to heal emotional wounds. You need to work on that. You need to see a therapist. You need to, you know, see a coach who helps deal with healing emotional pain. You need to read some books. You need to put yourself in a place where you are healing. But above that, on top of healing, you need to start to take steps into the direction that you desire. You need to start to open up yourself. Start at least even affirming that there's healthy love out there for you. So that's one of the reasons why you could still be single. You're trying to heal wounds, but in as much as you must heal your wounds and you must work on yourself and you must release emotional pain and work through that with qualified professionals or just through resources. You need to start to take steps in the directions of what you desire. All right. So the second reason I'm thinking where most that you could still be single is that you need to learn from you don't have relationship skills, right? You are single because you don't have relationship skills. We're not born necessarily with knowing how to date or knowing how to interact with the opposite sex or being successful at your relationships, especially if you didn't learn that from your family of origin. So you didn't learn that from your parents or teachers or mentors, which is like 90% of us. Then it's likely that you have a relationship skill gap, right? So learning relationship skills and dating skills is a must, right? And that could be one of the reasons why you're still single. So you want to start figuring out, okay, what are the skills gaps that I don't have? What are the relationship skill gaps that I don't have? And start to work on those. And I can assure you, when you start to work through that, then you'll be able to get on the path to finding love or creating the life and love of your dreams. The third reason um, is that you have not taken responsibility for your life. You've not taken responsibility for your needs. You've not taken responsibility for your results. You are a victim of your circumstances. So what does this mean? It means that probably somebody disappointed you, or probably, things didn't work out in a relationship that you were in. Maybe you were married, maybe you were in a long-term relationship, and you're not taking responsibility over your life. You're not taking responsibility over your need for love. So you desire love, you want a relationship, but you're not taking responsibility over that. It's kind of like you're a victim of your singlehood. Like, you're just like, okay, yeah, I'm single, and when it happens, it happens. You've not taken responsibility over that. And when you do, that means that you're going to create the type of outcome and the results of your life, which is the love that you so desire. The fourth thing is that you haven't identified the habits and the patterns in your life that are not productive, right? You haven't identified, and you have not identified the unproductive habits and patterns in your life. So when I say habits and patterns, it could just be even how you show up for life. They say how you do one thing is how you do everything. So year after year, week after week, month after month, there are things in your life that you want to change. You want to get in better health, you want to learn a new skill, you know and closer to relationships, you tend to maybe over commit very quickly to a relationship before you've known the person. You're scared of being alone. Like, there are things that you do, habits and patterns that recur in your life that you have not identified and changed. So when it comes to finding again love and desiring to be in a relationship, there are things that you keep doing over and over and over again, and you have not put a stop to that, right? A very common one that I always caution my clients is when you are out socializing and meeting guys, you sort of like over investing in a relationship, in a connection you've just met. So you are calling the person, wanting to know where it's going, sleeping with guys that, giving yourself totally to them even before they have committed to you, or even before you've gotten to know them. Like, there are these habits that keep tripping you up, right? And those are the ones that I want you to think about and identify and change. Habits and patterns. Again, how you do one thing is how you do everything. How you show up in your life is probably how you're showing up in your relationship life. So identify those patterns and habits. And the last one is um, the thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that you carry about men, love, and dating. And this is a very big one, because what you think influences how you feel. What you think influences how you feel, and influences your emotions, and that will influence your actions or inactions, and that creates the results of your life. So if you have attitudes, beliefs, and thoughts about men, love, and dating, and yet you still desire love, for example, maybe you believe all men cheat, or you believe that you don't really need a man to be happy, which is okay. You don't really need a man to be happy, but when you say that, but yet you desire love, what inherently are you saying? What feelings, emotions are you creating, and what results are you creating? So if you desire love, then you say, I'm looking for a person who's whole and healthy, so that it can be a companion, as opposed to saying, I don't live love to be happy. These subtle thoughts, beliefs, attitudes create the results in our lives and keep you single, because they create feelings that are not healthy, emotions that are not healthy, and this energy pushes away the very thing that you want. So again, these are just 5 answers that maybe one of them resonates with you, right? Why am I still single when I desire love? Maybe you need to heal some wounds. You need relationship skills, right? You need to take responsibility over your life, your needs, and your life, and the things that what you need, and that's the only way you create your results. You need to identify and change habits that are keeping you single, that are keeping you stuck in your relationships, that are making you repeat the same mistakes over and over again. And lastly, you need to change the thoughts, beliefs, attitudes that don't serve you because they create the results that you don't want, you don't have. All right. So I hope this live has been something resonates with you, and if it does, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you, and I would also love to invite you to the Love Basics Lounge. So the Love Basics Lounge is a free monthly meetup that I host for my community. And in this love, I'm hosting it February 20, January 24th, which is next Friday, beg your pardon. And I would love you to all come, and I'll be having a conversations about how to create the love and life of your dreams for 2025. So if you are curious on the 5 things that are keeping you single, and you want to take charge and you want to take action and you want to start taking responsibility over your love life, then please come to the meetup. It's absolutely free. I'll I'll put in a link there for you to register, and I will see you there. All right. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.